Good, happy Sunday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Governor Chris Sununu prepares for two-day donation drive for Puerto Rico. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
We provide a service like few others across the United States.
Modified CEMS at Cheshire Medical Center.
We have the equipment and the training to handle life support missions.
We have the landing zone set up in the ball field.
We take care of the most sick and most badly injured patients, and to be able to help those people on a daily basis is incredibly rewarding.
Thank you, Haley. Puerto Rico is in need and New Hampshire is answering the call. The state is organizing what is expected to be one of its largest donation drives ever to help out our American neighbors to the south. Today we caught up with Governor Chris Sununu as he loaded up on supplies. Working alongside his son Leo, Governor Chris Sununu is stocking up for this week's donation drive for Puerto Rico. He's encouraging Granite Staters to do the same.
Even if it's just a couple boxes of cereal or a couple bottles of water, no donation is too small.
On Tuesday and Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., the state will be gathering donations on the State House lawn, which will then be shipped down to the American island territory devastated by Hurricane Maria. Top priorities are bottled water and food items that won't go bad, but the governor says there's a long list donors can fulfill.
Well, they can go to readynh.gov to see the list of items. That list was put together by the governor of Puerto Rico himself. It's non-perishable items. It's things like cereal, peanut butter, dried foods, no clothing, no things. If you give us things that aren't being specifically asked for, it really clogs up the logistics system.
Logistics have been an area of concern. Some controversy has erupted this weekend as the president and the mayor of San Juan engaged in a media back and forth over the federal disaster response. Governor Sununu says here at home, that debate has to take a back seat to providing assistance to those in need.
That's all that matters, getting these people help. All this political nonsense, we throw that aside. I think we do that very well here in New Hampshire, of putting that aside and making sure that we stand up, whether it's in our communities, for our state, for our country, or for the people of Puerto Rico.
Again, the drive is on Tuesday and Wednesday at the State House from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're planning to set it up as a drive-through so donors do not have to worry about parking.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Racist graffiti found at Massachusetts College's baseball field. Let's take a listen to this video from WCBB Boston.
Hit a pothole and splat! Huge tuna lands on my car. Got rear-ended. Meanwhile, my front end got jabbed. My insurance agent Jack reeled in all the paperwork. He's a real catch.
Those words don't speak for us.
Emotionally charged words with a history infused with extreme hate in a place that aspires to sportsmanship and inclusion.
Everyone is sad, shocked, angry, same combination of feelings, and doing everything we can to try and understand who may have done this and build the campus community together.
Whites Only USA and Die N-word spray painted on the benches and a wall in the baseball field at Salem State University. The mayor, Kim Driscoll, deciding to post those images publicly.
I hesitated to really post anything about this and thought we can't be indifferent to it. We definitely don't want to just let this happen without calling it out and speaking up against it.
The university's president offering these harsh words and potential consequences for whoever is responsible. Our campus has zero tolerance for such criminal conduct. If we are able to determine that the perpetrator of this heinous act is one of our students, the discipline will be immediate dismissal from the university and referral to the Commonwealth for potential criminal prosecution. The benches have been painted over, but as the players took to the field Sunday, many speaking out.
Calling it for what it is, standing up to continue to denounce bigotry and hatred.
Again, the investigation is ongoing. Police may have some help. There is a security camera there. We don't know if they have surveillance images at this time, but again, they reiterate, if it is a student, there will be harsh punishment. We are live in Salem. Nicole Estefan, WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that report. State police identify body found inside burning truck. State police have identified a Richmond resident whose body was found in a burning truck Saturday morning. Public safety spokesman Steve said the body of Jerry, 44, was discovered by a newspaper delivery man on Lincoln Street around 3:30 a.m. An autopsy is underway to determine the exact cause of death. Trump says Tillerson is wasting his time on talks with North Korea. President Donald Trump said he told Secretary of State Rick Tillerson that any negotiations with Kim Jong-un, whom Trump called Little Rocket Man, are a waste of time. In an apparent response, the news this weekend that the U.S. has opened channels of communication with North Korea, and President also tweeted Sunday that Tillerson should save his energy because the U.S. will do what has to be done. Tillerson spoke off camera with reporters during his trip to China's capital, said Saturday that the administration is speaking with North Korea directly through our own channels. Tillerson said the Trump administration has 3 channels open with the regime of North Korea leader Kim Jong-un. The top U.S. diplomat also said the board sanctions against North Korea over its nuclear program are being to have an effect. This is not the first time Trump and his Secretary of State have publicly deferred their statements on North Korea. In June, Tillerson and Defense Secretary James Madison said the U.S. and China were pushing ahead on applying diplomatic pressures North Korea. At the time, Trump tweeted that while he appreciated China's efforts, but they have not worked out. On Saturday, the Secretary of State described the situation with Pyongyang as overheated after the back-and-forth barbs between President Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un. Tillerson blamed North Korea for the rising tensions, saying that if it would stop testing missiles, that would calm down things a lot. Following Tillerson's remarks, U.S. Department of State spokesperson Heather issued a statement Saturday saying there are several open channels in which the Trump administration can communicate with the North Korea government, but officials in Pyongyang so far have shown no indication that they are interested in or are ready for talks regarding denuclearization. U.S. diplomats have several open channels in which we can communicate with officials within North Korea regime, Heather said in a statement, despite assuring that the United States is not interested in prompting the collapse of current regime, pause regime change acquisition, renucleation of the peninsula, or mobilizing force north of the DMZ. North Korea officials have shown no indication that they are interested in or are ready for talks regarding denuclearization. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with more news. Good night, everyone. Bye.